Very good morning, all friends. I hope all of you have completed this last chapter, okay, reproduction in animals in your fair note also, okay, because you already gone through a weekend, okay, and you had 2 days, okay, Saturday and Sunday to complete this, okay. Although if there is any doubt, then just you can note down, okay. So let's start a new chapter that is chapter 8, okay, and it is cell structure and function, okay. So first of all, you may think that what is cell? Hmm? Because this is the uh, basic, okay, we can say basic structural unit for the body, okay. So let's study about it. See, you have already learned that living, that things around us either living or non-living. Further, you may recall that all living organisms carry out certain basic functions. Okay, can you list the function? Try to list the functions. Okay, by living organisms. Okay, so like us, you can take example of a human being also. Okay, different sets of organs perform the various functions you have listed. Okay, it's very simple that if you may have written walking, okay, if you have written about walking, then it can be done with the help of our legs. Okay, if you have written about writing, okay, let's say, then it must be done about, okay, this task is carried out with the help of hands only. Okay, so different organs here help us to perform this task or functions. Now, in this chapter, you shall learn about the basic structural unit of an organ. Okay, basic structural unit of an organ. So, what is structural unit? Let us see. Okay, which is the cell? Okay, here the scientists have given the name cell. Cells may be compared to bricks simply. Okay, you can see very easily that before making a building. Okay, before making a building, it's only a structure made of a brick only. Okay, bricks together comes and it forms a building. Okay, so cells may be compared to bricks are assembled to make a building. It's very simply that bricks are assembled to make a building. Similarly, cells are assembled to make the body of every organisms. Okay, you may observe here that each and every building, okay, almost each and every building have some bricks, okay, bricks together. Okay, we can say there may be different designs. Okay, there may be different designs, but bricks must be there. Okay, or any other part like bricks only. So cells are assembled to make the body of every organisms. Now, you may be thinking that what about this cell and what is the history? Okay, why we are studying? What is the importance? Okay, so let's see this. Okay, so discovery of the cell, history of the cell, we can say. Okay, so Robert Hooke was a scientist in 1665, and he have observed that slice of cork under a simple magnifying device. A slice of cork under a simply magnifying device. Okay, he was observing the slice of cork. Cork is simply, we can say, outer layer. Okay, outer layer of this of a tree only. Okay, so cork is a part of the bark of a tree. Okay, see, you are given that part of a bark of a tree. Okay, it's outer layer of the tree. So it took thin slice of a cork, thin slices, okay, some thin slices of a cork, and observe them under the under a microscope. Because he noticed partitioned boxes or compartments in the coke slices. See, here you are given this figure 8.1. Okay, coke cells as observed by Robert Hooke. Okay, this was something structure he have studied. Okay, like we can say, see, you are given one more example here. Okay, honeycomb only. These boxes appeared like a honeycomb only. See, you can compare these boxes or compartments or structure given in this figure 8.1 with honeycomb. Okay, So it's almost similar. So he noticed partitioned boxes or compartments in the cork slice. Okay, so these boxes appeared like a honeycomb. He also noticed that one box was separated from the other by a wall or partition. Okay, with the help of wall or partition. Okay, who coined the term cell for each box. Okay, what Hooke observed as boxes or cell in the cork were actually dead cells. Okay, it was not active cell, we can say, okay, or living cells. So it was dead cell. Okay, he observed that it was dead cell. Cells of living organisms could be observed only after the discovery of improved microscope. Okay, we can say after the discovery of improved microscope. Very little was known about the cell for the next 150 years after Robert Hooke's observation. Okay, so we can say all the 17th century, very few, okay, very little were known about these cells. Okay, what is cells and what is the functions. Okay, we can say. So but today, you know very well that today we know a lot about cell structure and its function because of improved microscopes having high magnification. Okay, you can say that today we are lucky that we have a very developed technology. Okay, we have very developed technology because with the help of that technology, advanced with the help of this type of advanced technology, we can study on these topics. Okay, so today we know very well. Okay, we know a lot about this cell structure and its functions because of this improved microscopes and having high magnification. Okay, so let's see about this basics. Okay, basic about the cell. So both bricks in a building and cells in the living organisms are basic structural unit. Okay, so it means it is very basic. Okay, we can say without the help of this cell, you cannot build a body. Okay, you cannot build a organism, or else without the help of brick, you cannot build a building. Okay, so simply it's a sorry, they are very basic structural units. Okay, the buildings, though built of similar bricks, have different designs. See, we have already discussed that it may be different designs. Okay, because it's on the choice of owner simply. Okay, so it may be different designs of the bricks. Okay, or pattern, we can say. Okay, brick design of brick must be same, but the pattern, okay, pattern of assembling is can be different shapes and size also. Similarly, in the living world, organisms differ from one another, but all are made up of cells only. Okay, we can say we are made for different work. Okay, you must have a purpose to life, but we just have same, okay, same cells only. In the living world, organisms differ from the differ from one another, but all are made up of cells simply. Cells in the living organisms are complex living structures, unlike non-living bricks. Okay, these are very complex, we can say. Okay, complex living structures unlike the non-living bricks. Now here you are given two more examples. Okay, this is only brick wall. You can compare this very simplified brick wall with the onion peel. Okay, here you are given onion peel with observed under a microscope. Okay, we can say in 8.2b, in figure 8.2b. So the egg of a hen represents a single cell only and is a big enough to be seen by the unaided eye. Okay, it's very simple that it can be seen by unaided eye. Okay, but notice that this egg is only a egg of a hen is only a single cell. Okay, and the single cell. So we can say it's a big cell. Okay, so observe here that This onion peel looks like this brick wall only. Okay, observe the figure 8.2, A and B together. Okay, so clear? Okay, so that's it for today. We have studied about this introduction part of this cell. Okay, next lecture we will study about this organism show variety in cell number, shape, and size. Okay, no, we can say that there must be some different variety in cell number. Okay, any organisms have multicellular organism can be multicellular, one can be single cellular, okay, unicellular we can say, okay, and as it is shape and size also, okay. So that's it for today. Thank you very much and have a nice day to all of you.